Okay, this is Anthony F. MobileLove.info. Here we have a quick versus here. We have the Huawei Ascend. The Huawei Ascend. Here we have this is with Android 2.1 versus the Vibrant or Samsung Vibrant, which also has Android 2.1. Now we see here that Samsung put their own spin on this. So as we know, Samsung things slide left to right, whereas most other Android operating systems have the items that slide the other way. Let's see here, we can do it quickly. Bada bing. This also is the rooted. See here, that's set CPU, so I can overclock my phone. This is the rooted one here, so it's a little bit different. And also you see here I have the Launcher Pro on here as opposed to the stock version that came with it. So you have a little bit of eye candy here. Get this cube effect going on. You have this nice special effect here. And there's the Google Voice Party. Okay. The Huawei Ascend has one roller, and there are other press buttons, whereas the Samsung Vibrant has no roller, and they're all just push buttons here. They're almost similar in design. The Huawei Ascend here is a 3.5 screen, while the Samsung Vibrant is a 4.0. So you can see there's a big difference, but really they're pretty thin. They're both pretty thin. The Vibrant's thinner, actually lighter. The Huawei Ascend is actually heavier, funny enough, than the Vibrant. But really, the killer here is that the Huawei Ascend has 2.1, coming with the 2.2 Android early next year, and there's only about $130 from Cricket Wireless, whereas Samsung Vibrant, it's about $200 from T-Mobile, and it's a 2-year contract. It's not prepaid, whereas this one is prepaid. So really, if you don't need all the bells and whistles, this will probably be the device for you. This one is 600 megahertz speed, so it's not lickety split. You know, this one is a 1 gig megahertz. This is actually a small computer, folks. So this is insanely fast. Let's see here. We'll go to camera. Yeah, and that's a real good measurement. How fast that is. That's pretty fast if you compare it to this here. Let's see, we pull this up here and we go to camera and we click the camera software, and we see how fast it takes for it to actually go to camera mode. Slower. It's not insanely slow, but it is slower. And that's the difference between 600 megahertz and 1 gig. 400 megahertz difference, but a difference nonetheless. So if you're on a tight budget but you want and need Android, you go to the Huawei Ascend here for $130, Cricket Wireless and Metro PCS prepaid. If you can afford the big bucks, you go with the T-Mobile Samsung Vibrant, or the AT&T Samsung Captivate, or the Sprint or Verizon versions. If you really want to go for the big bucks, you go for its latest cousin, the Galaxy, the Nexus S, which is basically the Galaxy S phone, only it comes with inside facing camera too, which is what the Galaxy S has outside of the States. So there's no big whoop except for the latest Android 2.3 software. But it's a quick review. of the Huawei Ascend versus the Samsung Vibrant. Anthony F. MobileLove.info.